we're not gonna go kick it off with some Joe Schmo film.
Are you gonna? What if it's
We're
Black
going-
Widow?
Black Widow's not gonna be the first movie I see in theaters after the pandemic.
No way.
Absolutely not.
You would not go if I said, D, I got tickets.
You
I
want
got
that to be the
tickets."
first? Oh, I don't know if I want
I already
that.
bought your ticket.
I don't
We
know if I
going.
want that to be the first movie I see in over.
Yeah,
a
but what's
year.
coming out that you?
Oh,
are
I'd
gonna
wait.
be-
I'd wait till Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd
I'm
be
going.
like, no.
I'm going.
Man, you
going
go
big.
real hard in the paint over Black Widow. What's up?
I just not a fan. They released posters today, and I'm like, so?
Yeah.
Yeah, so?
You wouldn't go see Black Widow in theaters to break your pandemic.
As the first movie, I'd probably go see Army of the Dead as my first movie back.
Oh yeah.
That's
comes
what
out-
I would want.
That comes out this Friday.
Yeah,
in
that
theaters.
was a movie I'd want. That's the movie I would want to be the first
too.
one back.
If I could be in a movie theater this weekend,
Yeah,
watching
like,
it,
what do you want
that
to
is
watch?
What
That's what I
be.
would pick.
Absolutely.
Because what's Black
100%.
Widow? July.
I think it's July. Yeah.
So even Fast 9, I would pick over Black Widow.
Dang.
100%.
Alright. When is A Quiet Place 2 coming out?
Soon. It's in May.
It's in May too.
It's in
I would
May.
take A Quiet Place 2, even though I know it
Yeah.
has the potential
Oh,
to
Dolby
not
sound.
be good. I know. A Quiet Place is, God, it's such a good movie. And I know people can hate on it, but it's such good storytelling. It's like it's
Yeah.
the perfect example of like show don't say, right? Because these
Yeah.
people can't talk in the movie
Yeah.
theater. So everything that this movie has to do is show don't
Yeah,
say.
you have to. But this one, I think, is going to be a lot
lot-
louder.
Yeah, I
If
think
that's
so
the correct
too.
way.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
makes me nervous.
Because they're gonna go a little bit before, a little bit after,
Yeah.
and then so A Quiet Place 1 takes place in the middle, which is
Mhm.
fine. That way
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
keep John Krasinski in. I'm
Yeah,
all for that.
he's a big part.
He's a big part of that.
I mean, he is the
Yeah.
whole thing, really. But it's going to be
But-
louder. There's going to be a lot more dialogue and stuff.
I agree. I think it's gonna definitely be.
But
a
the
much
parts that
more
are
action-
quiet are great.
Yeah, it's some of the best storytelling. It's.
I'm excited.
Loved it. Loved it.
But I'd still rather kick off going back to the movies of The Quiet Place 2 than Black Widow.
Wow, it's so. It's so.
Yeah!
Well, it's not shocking. I know that you like. I know that
You,
you feel a
like-
certain way about these movies, but it surprises me that if someone said, "Look, we're gonna go see Black Widow," that you'd be like, "No, I don't think so."
Yeah, I'm scared someone's going to be like, hey, movies are open, let's go.
You're gonna
But
be
I'm like, you don't understand what it means to me to go
it
back.
can't
And, like,
be-
I got to make it good.
"Wow, okay,
Like, I'm not going to go and, like, not get the biggest thing of popcorn humanly
Absolutely, yeah.
possible. I don't care. I don't
to like large everything."
large everything. I'll pay the prices, all right? I've been saving money. I'll pay the
I'm gonna buy the Skittles at the theater.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
even-
gonna buy this $9 box of Skittles that
Yeah.
comes with 6 in the box. Like
Yeah.
I'm going a drink on each side, like a whole. Like I'm going all out.
but not for
But
Black
not
Widow.
sit there and watch Black
Oh
Widow.
my God, man, you go.
I don't know.
It's so hard on Marvel. Well,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you would see Spider-Man though. So, what did you think of the Venom trailer?
I
that dropped
liked
today?
it, but I liked the first one.
Still haven't seen the first.
Oh
one.
gosh! All
No,
right.
I have it. I think you gave it to me.
Yeah,
And
the
I
triple
haven't,
pack.
Yeah, and I haven't sat down and seen it yet.
Uh,
but it's a good. This is a good reason to watch it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah.
I never thought there would be a Venom in Carnage movie.
Isn't that
With
amazing?
no Spider-Man.
Isn't that amazing?
I think it's cool. I
think
like
it's so awesome.
I like both those characters.
Venom and Carnage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. Kind of needed to be rated R. I know it's not going to.
No way, not a
I
chance.
know it's not going to.
Not a chance.
but like big swing and a miss on it being PG-13. Cuz I don't think you
Yeah.
can be like, "Oh, well, we want the little ones to go." Like this isn't a character you trying to
Well,
make plush animals,
We're gonna get
plush toys of.
we're gonna get into rated R superhero stuff here in a minute, but
Okay.
I could see where you would say that because it is Venom, and
Yeah, like I know
he
it's not
could
going to.
easily like rip people in half, and then we want to
Yeah.
see like all the
Yeah.
blood, right? And I feel like if another studio owned it, then we would get that.
That's true.
But because Sony owns it, I don't think we're
Yeah.
gonna see any
And
of
that's
those.
fine. It's because
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first one was like we want it to be rated R, and it turned out fine
yeah.
because they did good stuff another way. Like we knew what was happening.
Gotcha,
Of course,
yeah.
they did it off screen, but like we knew what was happening.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
hear
that's what they're
you're
gonna
saying.
do here. They did that in the trailer. Like, we
Right.
know what's going on. It's
Yeah.
just you can hear it, but you can't see it.
Sure, yeah. Carnage opens his mouth over someone's head, and then they cut somewhere
Yeah,
where
and then
you
you
hear
cut
the.
off, and it's like you hear someone screaming, and then you don't hear them screaming.
Yeah.
So you know,
Yeah.
you know what it's
A
about.
few crunchy sounds and
Yeah.
splats and.
But I
yeah.
liked it. It got me not excited. I'm already excited for it. Like there was nothing I felt that was like new
Yeah.
other than the reveal. But I'm like, I'm already on board. Like I'm already ready to go.
The only hesitation that I have with the Venom 2 trailer is not anything related to the movies because I don't, like I said, I didn't see the first one, so I don't actually
Yeah.
know really much about the universe that they built. But I don't understand, and because maybe I don't know enough about the history, how Venom is going to take down Carnage by himself.
You cannot.
I don't know how that, so I would think that
And
they
if-
have to introduce another character to help him.
Yeah.
Or-
he has to.
We get a little Spider-Man
Little
cameo?
Spidey.
A little Spidey coming in to help save the day?
I would
is that
be
possible?
cool with that. He can't beat it. Like he can't beat him on his own.
Right.
And
yeah.
if he does, it's gonna just make for an awful thing.
I agree.
Because
yes.
any true fan, again, to your average moviegoer, I'm sure it'd be fine.
Yeah.
But to somebody like me, I'm gonna be like,
Like no,
that-
Carnage is
no.
the
no,
ultimate.
He's
So don't
he's the king of kings.
don't make him get taken down easily.
No, and he
Yeah.
can't. And any run-in that they've had, even with the
Yeah.
team up, they've still had a hard time.
struggle.
They've still had a very hard time. So I'd be cool for a little
Little
web
something,
action,
yeah.
but I don't want a lot.
No, I agree.
I want it like a super, not short,
But short enough where I
short
mean,
enough
like,
to be like, oh damn, I want more, but you don't get more.
So what if like Venom is just like fighting Carnage, getting his ass kicked, and he's just kind of like out of it, and then we just like see in the distance like Spider-Man coming in,
And, like pulls him back.
yeah, and just like helps save him, and then so he's just like I don't know what happened, but he's just there to save him for like the moment that he needs.
So like you think
And
like
then
a
they beat him.
like a 10, 20 second,
No,
like of screen time. How long do
of
you
screen
see,
time, I'm
do you
thinking
see
like
Tom Holland being there?
I would say like 3 minutes, like a,
Like
like
under
three-
5. Under
yeah,
5.
under
that's-
5
yeah.
minutes to just quickly come in and
Like say a few things.
yeah, be like, "What do you need from me?" And he's like, he tells him real quick. He says, "Okay, let's do it." And they take him down, and like Spider-Man doesn't even stick around for the
Yeah.
afterwards because he's like, "All right, cool, I got somewhere to be."
But
But
I could see
let's
him
go.
saying something like not like beating him, but he's like, like he's coming back, right? And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, I do. And so like when he does, call me. Just
Yeah, yeah.
something not like that. That's a horrible line. But I mean, like, I'll be here when he does, or something like
yeah.
that, and then he like goes off. That's what I envision in my head.
Yeah, because I don't understand. Well, I mean, I get the business, but Venom is part of Spider-Man, right? Like,
Yes.
at some point, we have
You
to
have
see
to.
these two talk to each
Mhm.
other, and they have to have a disagreement, right? They don't agree with each other on how to handle these situations.
Yeah. And that's when their thing.
And so
kinda
that's how
starts.
they butt heads, right?
Yeah.
And so we have to see like Venom wanting to kill Carnage and Spider-Man coming in and saying, "No, that's not how we handle this."
Yeah.
Right? We don't do that. And he's like, "To hell we don't."
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and then that starts Venom 3 or whatever happens, and that's how we get the whole because I don't know.
This is like a big childhood thing for me.
Right, yeah.
These characters are like a
But
big
the
big
movie universe may not be setting any of that up. Again, I haven't seen it.
thing. See,
That would be the
I
way that I
don't-
would go.
and I don't want to get into the studio and this.
Sure,
and it's
sure,
like
sure.
no, but you can't continue this story without the main character in this story,
I agree.
which is Spider-Man.
I agree.
I guess technically you could get with all the bit, like whatever,
Yeah.
but you can't.
That's like, to me, it's like trying to make another Joker movie. And like you're trying to make this Joker world, right?
Yeah.
This I'm talking about the
Yeah.
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 What's his name?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Thank you. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, his world, and just never bringing up Batman.
No,
You're just like, yeah, but we're not. We're just gonna pretend like in this world Batman doesn't exist.
you can't.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, you could, but at
but
some
it-
point, people are gonna be like,
Yeah, I don't care anymore.
so, yeah, something's
Yeah.
off here. This is
Yeah.
not correct.
Yeah.
And you're gonna, and so I think, like, are they really gonna make a Venom 3 and
Without-
not bring in Spider-Man?
So okay, so they do Venom 2. He shows up 4 or 5 minutes.
Sure, yeah.
How much do you want to see in Venom 3? Do you want to see him as a main top
Yeah.
credited character
Yeah.
or actor in the movie?
I think it has to be a Civil War type situation here.
Okay.
I mean,
I hope so.
yeah,
Venom, Spider-Man, some of that stuff is so
we're already
fun.
like off the beaten path though, right? Because like Spider-Man is a teenager, and
Mhm.
Eddie Brock is already,
Adult, yeah.
you know, he's an adult, and I don't know if it ever deals with that in the comics, but they're supposed to work at the same place,
At
right.
some point, yeah.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
so there's a whole thing. There's a whole thing
Yeah,
to it.
there's
a
lot
whole
of
universe,
a lot of different continuity, that
and we're
happens.
already not following
Mhm.
that in the movie universe.
Again because it's two different places and
Yeah.
they're being
Right.
pulled
Right.
apart.
Right.
And there's so many different stories. Like
So
there's
I'm like,
enough
yeah.
you could do.
But I'm excited. I'll
I'm
have to watch
excited.
the
It's
first
gonna
one.
be good. That's something I'm proud. Well, because only in theaters. They made it very clear in the trailer.
I'm telling you,
Like it's only in theaters.
I've been saying that the only in theaters like quote is gonna be something we
Yeah.
see as like a like we're better than you kind of thing. It's they're gonna use it to one up.
the
They're
streaming
gonna
services.
act like they're one up the streaming they're one upping the streaming services.
You're
even though I
not,
don't think
though.
it's
Yeah,
working.
you're not. Yeah, you're really not. I mean,
But
I
I'm
get
like,
what they're doing because people are going back.
right. So they're like
People just
only
are.
in theaters, and maybe they're saying like, "Hey guys, just so you know, if you want to watch this movie, come to the theater." It doesn't sound like that to me. It kind of sounds like we're the big dogs, right? So you ain't gonna find us on the streaming
Yeah,
services.
we're not gonna be on Disney Plus
We're an only
where
in
you can
theaters
find
movie.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and so that's how I take it when they're saying only in theaters. I don't think it's just like a, "Hey guys, just so you know." No, I think
That's what
it's
it will be.
definitely, yeah. If you want to come see our film,
Yeah.
Venom.
But I feel like in
Please.
2003, like that's what trailer said, only in theaters. Like I feel like that's been said before. Or no.
I mean, maybe,
No. Maybe,
but I
what
don't
am
think it's
thinking of?
like why? Because why would they say that? I mean, they would say
guess.
like in a theater near you.
Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking.
In
In
a
a
theater,
theater
near
near you.
Yeah, I don't like. And I could be wrong, but why would they say only in theaters before now?
Because that's the only place you get to watch. I don't know.
So I'm
I
like,
don't
all
know.
right, like whatever, that's fine. But it's just a funny thing to flex when it's not really
it's a
working
di-
out for
It's
you.
a dip. Yeah, I mean it's a dig at the
Yeah, for
streaming
sure.
services.
Yeah. But I don't think that I think streaming services are like mark my
Yeah,
words,
they're
you're
like,
gonna see
"All right,
something else that like Netflix being like only on streaming services.
Yeah.
I mean they say only
So it
on
should be
Netflix
funny.
now,
Yeah.
but like somebody's gonna make some kind of dig back.
I could see that.
Like never in theaters is what you're
Yeah,
gonna see.
yeah. And you're like, all right.
Yeah, this trailer comes out, never to be seen in theaters, and you're gonna see a Netflix.
I
film,
mean,
yeah.
streaming's winning right now, so
Oh yeah, it's not even
by like
close,
a long
but
shot.
There's a lot of ground to
Give
make
it,
up.
yeah. But people, I think, will go back to the movie theaters.
They absolutely will.
And
Absolutely will.
again, not pandemic conversation, but once stuff is lifted and capacities are full, and people feel fine, people are sitting in movie theaters again.
Yeah, I agree.
Like people are doing it now. Not, of course, not to the same capacity,
yeah.
but theaters are open and people are going. Like
Yeah, people are always gonna go.
that's
to the
just what it
movies.
is.
But what I think happened is it opened people's eyes in that you can be equally entertained at home as long as the
Sometimes
content is good.
Yeah.
So an example of that for me recently is Invincible. So I want to get your take because we're talking about streaming services winning. And this is a good example for me, a move or a show that is easily as good or better than other major action superhero movies that we've seen before. And I just don't know how you are a big, like, if Shang-Chi is not anywhere near as good as Invincible.
It won't be. It will not.
But
Loki will not.
so that's another good example. That's streaming services versus streaming services. But in the world of movie theater going versus staying at home and watching something and being entertained. So if I go to a movie theater, I better be entertained more than
if you were at home.
Than if
100%.
I'm at home watching Invincible, right?
100%. And a lot of people only go to the movies for big movies.
For big entertainment.
Nobody's going to watch the little things in theaters.
And I'm watching Invincible. I'm at home watching Invincible. And my jaw is on the floor with this show.
45 minutes.
It's
8 episodes.
Unbelievable.
It's insane.
I knew people loved it. I knew everybody was hyped about it, and everybody was talking about it.
That's why I turned it on.
When I first saw it, I had no interest in watching it whatsoever, mostly because I had other things that I wanted to watch first. But secondly, I was like, I didn't see anything for it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't see any kind of advertisement for it because I'm not usually on Amazon Prime watching stuff. But then you saw it, and reviews started coming out, and people are like, no, you need to.
And not right away, too. It took a month. It took a month for people to be like, it took that one person to be like, go watch this. And I'm like, what? Just like, go watch it.
And that just kept
and
happening.
Then it trickled down. Yeah. That's what happened to us. I'm like,
right.
you got to check it out. And you're like, what?
And eventually, it got to me. And I watched it, and I'm just like.
And I've told a couple people already. I'm like, you got to see this.
It's better than most superhero movies. I'm going to say it's tough.
So good.
It's tough because
this show, I don't want to say changed my life, but it put me in a significantly better mood than I have been watching a show in a very long time. So the last time I felt so good about a show, and I'm like, whoa, like just a overall excitement was 2019 The Boys, the first season after that. After
there's a lot of parallels with
after The Boys ended, I was like, oh my god, I was so excited. And every episode with Invincible, I was so excited. I wanted the next episode.
If I could have, I would have tried to watch this whole thing in a day. I mean,
it would have been a good day.
That's how into it I was.
It was hard to not watch the next episode.
Yeah, I mean, because of life and craziness, I have to watch these late at night or
of course,
in weird circumstances. But I'm watching until my eyes are closing. Yeah. Right. that's how I was
That's how I finished it.
I was like, I'm putting it on again. I'm gonna play the next episode, and then I fall asleep, and then I go back and try to catch up. And because I was I didn't want to stop.
It's so good.
It is frustrating how good people can make this show, and other people can't make other comic adaptations.
But here's a reason why I think, and because
it's animated.
Well, yes, because it's animated.
Yeah.
But see, and I might be completely wrong, because this comic story goes far pretty back. It started in 2003, so it's been around.
Yeah, people do know about it.
Yeah, people know about it, but I think they kind of made it like we don't have to impress anybody. We just have to make what we want to make.
Yeah.
This is the story that we like, that we care about, so let's make it.
Yeah.
They weren't like, oh, well, we got to make sure these people are happy and we got to include that. So, like, we get people talking about that. Well, then that's going to domino effect so people can start that chatter. So we can kind of build up to that's going to happen in 3 years.
I know
I don't
what
think
you
they
mean.
didn't have anything. They're like, yo, this story's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's make it an animated show. And they just did it.
I know
And
what
they
you mean.
stuck true to whatever. I haven't read the comics.
Yeah, me either.
They probably, I'm guessing, stuck true to what's in the pages
Yeah.
and just did it. And it's good.
My take on it is similar to yours. I think that it is good because we don't know these characters.
Yeah.
So similar to you being like, they're not like, there's no pressure on them to do anything
Yeah.
specific, right? So they don't have to family friendly any of these
They
characters.
didn't friendly at all.
And I
And
loved
it. Was
it.
so good because that's what superheroes are sometimes.
Right.
The Star Spangled Banner hero looking up to the people.
Yeah.
It's just not that way sometimes.
Which is why I like The Boys.
Yeah.
And this show is very similar.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if I didn't tell somebody that it was a comic and I just said, hey, Amazon made a show,
Yeah.
they might be
An
like,
animated
hey, like superheroes gone wrong is like what The Boys is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I like that this is like multi universes. This is like, or not universes, but worlds. And I like that it's like
There's
very,
a lot of different things.
a lot of different heroes and stuff and monsters and
Yeah.
and so it is larger than The Boys,
Mm-hmm.
but they go there in
They
this
go-
show.
and
The Boys made my jaw drop too, but
Yeah.
this show, every time I was like, yeah, they're gonna cut away, and they do
don't.
not. They never cut away
No.
in this show.
It is. I can't think
love
of the
it.
word. It is extremely
Yeah,
violently
so violent.
graphic.
Yes.
Like it is just otherworldly
Yeah.
violent.
But I never once thought it was violent for violence sake.
No, it was so necessary.
Yeah, they were trying to show the evil of a person, right?
Mhm.
Or of a hero.
Yeah.
Hero, right? They're trying to show how evil this thing could be.
Yeah, yeah.
And
In the like, yo, just the power behind it.
yeah, and so he completely turns on the world,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which he was always going to.
Did you know?
That's what was happening?
Did you know something like there's a big twist like that? I
Well,
was waiting for something, but I didn't think
yeah.
it was gonna be like that. That like, I felt I had some feel like I was quiet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
You mean when Omni-Man was giving
Yeah,
his spiel about?
yeah, when he like switched, I was like, oh, whoa.
So I actually was
Whoa.
hoping for. Well, I shouldn't say hoping. My original thought was that it was going to be like a humane reason. I didn't think that.
It was just violence for the sake of violence.
Well, because he's essentially saying, "Well, I'm from another like world, right? And we're here to take over. And I'm essentially my purpose on Earth is to destroy all the weak,
Yeah.
right? And I was originally thinking he was going to have an actual humane reason and say like actually these people or like heroes turn on humans down the road, and I've seen it, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm doing it, and was to protect you guys. I didn't know it was.
You didn't know he was evil.
Yeah, because he starts evil.
Yeah.
So in episode 1, you see him evil. Omni-Man kills everybody in episode 1. And so then you're thinking like this is either a really bad guy or he knows something we don't.
Then that was where my mind went right away.
Right. He
like,
he
what
knows
is it? I
something
was
we
like-
don't, right? That's where I went
I was
too.
like, oh, so this group of people was gonna destroy the world, and he stopped it from
right.
happening.
That's exactly what I thought.
awesome.
Yeah. So he saves the world.
Uh,
But he started evil and he ended evil.
yeah.
So I didn't think that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Which still I think made the show really good.
Yeah, there's
because he
no,
wasn't. He was a piece of shit. Like they
He's
showed you,
bad.
and it never changed, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was
I
bad.
loved
though.
it for that reason.
Did you instantly hate him, or did you just hate him the whole? I didn't hate him the whole series because I thought
Yeah, I didn't.
I
hate
hated him after. I was like, "Oh, get out of here, man.
Well,
Oh, I hated him.
I hate again the same way I hate in the boys. I hate is it Highland? No, not
Homelander?
Homelander. Highlander's a vehicle.
Yes.
I hate
Homelander.
Homelander because like nobody can kick his ass, and like
Nobody.
that is what I
Yeah.
wanted, and so I'm still angry about the whole Omni
Because
Man
he
thing
gets away, like
because he flies
tot-
away.
totally unharmed.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care. Or, well, I mean, he does care. That's why he flies away. But
Yeah.
essentially, he's like, I don't need like to pay for my sins here on this planet. And
Yeah.
he can fly away because nobody can stop him. And he proves that because they try
Yo.
every single
I'm like
thing
getting
to stop
flashbacks now,
it.
just talking about it.
So I hate him the same way I hate Homelander because I just want somebody to kick his
Yeah.
ass.
But nobody can.
No, nobody can
There's
touch him.
no shot. But
Not-
I do. Well, not to get too off top, I do think Homelander's gonna get the shit kicked out of him
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I don't know how. Again, I didn't read those comics either.
But they are
Home-
building to that.
Homelander's
right?
gonna
Like,
get his face pulled
like
off of
the
his skull.
bigger the ego is getting with these
Yeah.
guys, like the more brutal the beating is going to be
Yeah.
at the end of the series.
Somebody's gonna come in,
which I hope.
and just literally. Pull
So
his
and
face
it
off
could be
and
the
wear
same
it.
with Omni-Man, right? Like
I mean, he's
like
coming
it's
back.
it's gonna get to a point where I would imagine Invincible's going to be the one to kick his ass in this.
I mean, he's a kid. He's got a
He's a
lot.
kid right
he's
now,
got a
right?
lot to go. He's
Yeah.
gonna get stronger.
But I love
He's gonna
that
get
about the
better.
show too.
He's gonna get.
One of the
He's
things,
growing.
one of the best things this show could have done was give this kid superpowers at 17 and then have him get his ass kicked every episode.
Yo,
every episode.
every episode.
He's just getting beat.
Bad.
because-
Not like punt. Like he's
Yeah,
getting
like,
near death. Like
Yeah.
he's.
but I
near
love,
death.
I love that they were like, just because somebody gets powers
Doesn't mean shit.
doesn't mean anything
It means
because
nothing.
he is so inexperienced.
Yeah.
He is so immature. Like,
He's a kid.
yeah, he
And
calls
they explain
himself
that. He's like, yo, I'm a
yeah.
child.
And when you're 17, you think you're invincible,
Yeah.
right? Which I think is the whole point of the show. You're a teenager, you think you're invincible,
Yeah.
and then he's constantly reminded that he's not.
Yeah.
And
There's
I
a lot
love
you can
that.
peel back
Right.
on this show.
Oh yeah.
It
it's
made
a-
me look about my life when I was a kid. I was
yeah,
like,
you're
yo, was I?
man,
What? Was
did I go around thinking that?
I mean, probably. I was
yeah,
probably a
I
little
think
shit.
I think a lot of teenagers do.
But
And then
it's just-
life has to come
and beat
and
the shit
knock
out of
you
And you're like,
down.
oh, cool. So maybe I should just shut up next time. And
right.
which he kind of goes through
Exactly.
as time goes on. He's like, oh, okay. Let me deal with this a little bit differently this time because last time got the shit
and that's
kicked
the
out
best
of me.
thing the show could have done.
Yeah.
Was not make him, even by the last episode, he still is not strong enough.
No.
He's
not
still
even.
not good enough. And I think that's the best decision that they could have made.
And
Even
it's just going to
whether
make the show better.
Yeah,
It's
because
going to make season 2
now
better.
it's believable. Now I know he
Mhm.
has to train. He has to get better. And when he does, he's probably still going to get beat again. But he's
a
going to
lot.
keep, he's going to earn my respect
Yeah.
by the end of
But
this
that's what
series.
makes you love somebody.
Right.
That's what makes you fall in love with a character. And probably not in this
I agree.
situation.
No, I
but
agree.
that's what
Yeah.
makes little kids be like, I want to like be that guy, or I want to
Yeah.
like be my own super. Like it's what makes you get attached
Completely
to
agree.
somebody.
Yeah, because
Is
you
when you can be like, yo, I get it. I know. I've been there. I get it.
we get attached to the heroes that show a humane side of
Mhm.
themselves, right?
Yeah.
So we understand a individual who's trying to become something and gets knocked down,
Mhm.
and he takes one step forward, two steps back, but he never gives up.
Yeah.
Right? It's such a relatable thing for so many people, and that's how people fall in love with these heroes.
And as crazy as this show was, it was pretty relatable. And
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
lot of different ways.
It was very relatable.
In a lot of
Even
different
that
ways.
in the last episode, Omni-Man's speech is still like It's like very Thanos.
it Thanos scene?
Yeah,
God, I wanted to say it first.
his Thanos
It's very
speech.
It was.
Yeah, it was. It
He's
was
like, the human race will just be so much better for it.
yeah, like
He's like,
in
it
the
just,
grand scheme of things,
yeah.
all of this will just
It
be
means
a
it means
speck.
nothing. It
Yeah.
means nothing to me. It means nothing to you.
Right.
But again, the kid is a human kid. So
Exactly.
it's a whole
Yeah.
different thing. And I was shocked at the whole.
Omni-Man's reveal?
No, well, yeah. And then kind of the fight they had when they're just murdering just thousands of people.
Yeah.
They were going around for 10, 15 minutes, just
Yeah.
murdering tons of people.
And I was thinking originally, because they were fighting in that field before they murdered.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that was very cool of the comic to, like, keep the heroes fighting in the field.
Yeah, away from civilization.
But then to teach his son a lesson, Omni-Man throws him into the middle of a city to teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
God, man.
But that was so good.
I know. It's
Like,
such a good story.
Obviously not from a humanity standpoint. From the situation that they were in, I get what Omni-Man was doing. He's like,
Yeah.
I will kill every single person until you get it.
Right.
And he's like, I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
And then when you put him in the train and he's like, watch them all die.
Yeah.
He goes, here's what I'm going to do.
God.
He goes, since you don't understand it,
Right.
since you don't have a grasp on what I'm trying to do, you
Yeah.
get to watch everybody die in front of your eyes.
Which is just.
And I'm like, again, you don't agree with it, but I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
that's good.
And that was one of the scenes where I was like, but they're not gonna show that.
They
And
showed it.
they stay on.
They showed
And
it.
they show all the people dying.
People were were exploding.
Yeah.
And
And then at the end of it, Invincible stands up and he's covered in blood.
everybody else's blood. And he's like, do you get it now?
What? Yeah, and he's like crushing them like insects.
And then he
he's
kills
like-
more. And he's like,
Yeah.
and he said something. He's like, it's still not right.
Right,
And then he
yeah.
goes and starts stepping on
Stepping
people.
on people like insects.
He's like, I'll kill them all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but again, it was so
It was. Yeah.
good.
It was
Of
such a
course, you don't agree with him. But I'm like, what an amazing way to get the message across.
Yeah.
That would work on me.
You'd be like, yes.
And I know it worked on Mark. Like, I get that. It was, again, delivered in a different way. But for him to just hold his head there and be like, here, now you're responsible for their death.
Yeah.
Now their blood is on your hands, literally. And he's like, just watch these women and children and people die because of you.
I know.
You did this. They're dead because you don't listen, because you don't get it.
God, it's so
Yo.
good. So good.
And then you have nightmares after, and
It's fine. It's fine.
I
And
woke
then you
up, I was
move
like, oh
on.
my God.
Then you
You're
move
fine.
on.
But it was so good. It was so,
It was
all of it
great-
was just,
It was a great
Awesome.
show. If anyone's just looking for, I mean, I can't say it's for everybody. It is very
No,
violent.
yeah.
It's not a family-friendly show. My kids kept trying to see it because it was animated.
yeah, but, and
Not
that's a
family
tough
friend-
part, man.
Yeah.
Like, they can't see this for years. Like,
Oh yeah, they can't see
when
this.
they're 16,
Yeah,
maybe.
well into
But
when they drive a car. Well,
yeah,
be
like you
able
can
to-
watch this show. But
It's
there's gonna be some parent out there that's like, it's animated. Like, what are you talking? Like, it's a cartoon.
yeah.
It's
No,
this is
doesn't work
not.
that way.
I was at some points like, whoa, all right.
And then
People were exploding.
Yeah.
You were seeing organs and brains and spines and
right.
like, yo.
And the thing is, they do choose to do these graphic scenes animated, so
Mhm.
they do keep them animated because you can get
There's
away
no
with
way
more.
you could do a live act. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you could. You would just have
You would
to
have
do
to
it a
tone
different
it
way.
down. Yeah,
You
you
would
do
have to
live
do-
action. It's too realistic and it's unsettling, and
Yeah.
you can live with it when it's animated and it doesn't
not-
scar you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This scarred me a little bit.
give you a nightmare.
It gave me a nightmare. I was scared, but it was just
It was
so
just really
good.
good. Yeah,
That was my favorite. Not my. There's a lot of favorites, but when he's like, "You kill them all," like that, like for whatever reason,
it just like
Like it sat on my chest. Like it sat on top of me.
Yeah, because
And being like, oh my.
he was saying his stubbornness, right? It
Yeah.
was his stubbornness that was murdering these
But he
people.
kept not repeating it over, but he kept saying it. He's like, "You're
Yeah.
the reason. This is happening because of you."
Yeah.
And then when he was holding the building up, and he was holding the woman's
Oh,
arm,
yeah.
and then he pulled the arm, and it was just her arm.
And-
And then Omni-Man came again. He's like,
Yeah.
"See," he's like, "They all could have lived. They could have seen tomorrow,
Right.
but because of you, now they don't get to." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, bro,
And
whoa!"
again, like he's there. It's like a classic setup of a scene where you believe the hero is gonna save the day.
Yeah.
Right. The woman and her child are in the
And you felt
apartment.
good. You're like, "Oh, fine,
He's
he's gonna
saving.
do something
He's
good."
saving them. No,
Yo, he pulls her
They
severed
die.
arm out.
they die.
Yeah.
But if this was a Marvel movie, they would
oh
live.
my, don't even got me started.
But highly recommend this show.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's so good. Great storytelling. It is phenomenal character development. We don't even know these people, and you love them by the
Great
end.
cast though. If you actually look at the
Great
cast,
Oh my gosh. J.K. Simmons is like
unbelievable. Sandra Oh did a fantastic
Oh,
job
dude,
too.
phenomenal.
She did so good. Ezra Miller, didn't even know. Did you know
Who was-
that?
Who was Ezra Miller?
He was the weird scientist guy at the college that was making the body parts in the basement.
Oh, really?
He was that guy. That was Ezra Miller.
Oh my gosh, he
Yeah.
would be Ezra Miller.
Yeah, the weird guy in the suit, 100%.
Zachary Quinto is
Zachary
just
Quinto is
is
so
the robot.
good.
Man, there was just a ton of
Yeah.
people in there.
And I, at
Seth
first,
Rogen as
Seth
the-
Rogen at the end,
cracks me up, man.
soup, and he's
Even
like a
his
producer.
character.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
when
he's
he's like,
hilarious.
what did he say? That was super funny.
Because he was like, I've
He's
been,
like, oh,
I've been
he's like-
checking on the wrong button the whole time.
No, but then he goes, oh, he's like, I can't imagine how you feel.
Oh
He
yeah,
goes,
he's
"No."
like, but
He's
I
like,
literally,
no, I literally can't imagine how
Yeah.
you feel. I don't actually can process human emotions.
yeah,
So I really can't
He's
imagine
like-
what you're feeling right now because I don't have a father.
yeah.
He's like, and then Mark's like,
yeah,
yeah.
okay,
all right,
yeah.
so call me when you need me. Cool.
yeah, so funny.
But like typical Seth Rogen, super funny.
I think,
Here's let me Marvel bash a little bit more. I'm ready for season 2 of this show.
yeah,
There's not a Marvel show that I've seen this year where
Yeah.
I was ready for season 2.
where Falcon and Winter Soldier ended or WandaVision
No.
ended, and you were like, let's
Like
go!
let's start right back up.
Like I'm
Where this show ended and it showed the clips of everything you missed. Not missed, but everything that's coming up.
I
like
think
the,
that's
the
like
gangster from the city.
that was one of the
Omni-Man
best
leaving.
ways. I think they did. That was one of the best ways to show you a season 2 was coming.
Yeah.
'Cause
But I wanted it because it was so
It
good.
was so good because Seth Rogen's character is like, so what are you gonna do? And then they just show like all the things
I was
that
like, I don't know.
all the things that are still that he still has to take care
The
of.
guy though,
These are
Ezra
all the
Miller's
loose
character.
ends.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He's still doing things.
these
and-
are all the loose ends that need to get tied up. And then they cut back to him, and he's like, I'll probably finish high school.
Yeah. No, you won't, bud.
What's high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? But
So good.
that's why I know it was so good.
Yeah, it was
Because
phenomenal.
I want to see more.
Yeah,
And
right
again,
away.
like you said, I don't know
immediately.
if we were saying this before, but it's not Marvel related. It's not characters I know.
Yeah,
So I don't know what's going to happen.
right.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure I know where Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to go and what's going to happen. Like, I know where that story is going to go.
They're
I know what's going to
predictable.
happen with Wanda. I know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's going to be stuff in between. I have no idea what Mark's going to do. I don't know where Omni-Man went. I'm assuming he went home. I don't
yeah.
know what happened with Eve or like what her next plan is.
right. The thing is,
I don't
like,
know. But I want to know.
but I don't put it past this series to kill the main character, right? Like
Yeah.
that's why I get very like tense when these scenes happen because I'm like they'll kill him.
Yo, they killed them all right
They're
away.
gonna kill like Omni-Man. Like I haven't read the comics. I don't know anything about this story, but I can almost guarantee that Omni-Man kills his wife. Like in the
Like comes back. And kills her.
comes back, kills the wife in front of the son. Like, Mark sees his wife.
See,
or
you
he
could have
sees his-
prevented this.
Sees his
Yeah.
mom die because of whatever happens, right?
I assume
it's
there's going to
Mark's-
be a good time jump
yeah.
when season 2 starts.
Well, and then that would help us believe that Mark is powerful. Now,
Yeah.
right. Because I mean, I'm like, he has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, he's getting
not
going.
good. He's not going to win any fight against his dad.
No, I mean he lost every fight. I don't think he won a fight the entire series. He did. He lost every fight
Yeah.
he was in.
Because which I loved. I just love
And
that
that's
he's
why
not
it's,
good.
and that's why it's good.
It's a good.
But I want more. I just want.
Yeah,
I want to see more.
agree.
Again, do I want to see it for 10 seasons? Probably not.
No, you don't
Maybe
need it.
they did the season 2 and season 3. Maybe that would be good.
Yeah.
Do season 2. Do season 3. I really want to
agree.
see if they do kill Omni-Man, like how they kill him,
Yeah.
because he has to die in the most like
Yeah.
savage way possible.
I mean, I hope his son beats him to death.
Yeah,
It's
like,
like what
just
I
the
really
same
hope
way.
happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just on that.
But again, do that for
Mountain.
45 minutes, which you could
Right.
on a season 2 finale or whatever the situation is. And that's what the season finale was here. Just them for 30 minutes
Yeah.
beating the living, well, not him,
Episode
but
7 and 8 was a movie, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
those two
100%.
together,
100%.
because it just 8 is start
Mhm.
right where 7
Yeah.
ends. I mean, that is a movie.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
It was a good chunk
was-
of time.
God, it was.
But I just want to
so
see
entertaining.
Omni-Man just
so entertaining.
die.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
the
yeah.
same way I want to see Homelander die.
Yeah,
Like,
I want to see Homelander.
I want to
just
see
get
Homelander's head get
tortured.
sliced right off.
Yeah.
Like I just just something to that effect.
Such a good show. Highly
Great.
recommend.
Yeah.
Go watch it if you're not squeamish.
If you're not squeamish, I don't know anything else that's other than like some anime stuff, which I don't watch anime.
Yeah, I don't
Something
watch
that's been this graphic before.
No, I mean we don't typically get this level.
No, I mean The Boys was bad.
The Boys is an R-rated show
It's like
for
a
sure,
hard R.
right? Yeah, and
When Homelander lasered all the crowd of people,
yeah,
and like people were just like that was
yeah. But it was a dream.
it was a dream
like
sequence,
yeah.
but yeah, you still
but it
saw it on the
Yeah,
show.
it shows it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you're like, whoa, these it's like arms and like it was just, and that's live action, so that
I
was
know.
hard. No, it wasn't hard to watch. I'm not squeamish at all
Right.
for stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, but I was like, oh, because those are
They're-
people.
Yeah, they're
So
real
Invincible
people.
is different again, which we talked
Yeah,
about.
you get away with it. Yeah.
But with Homelander, like killing all those people, you're like, those are like actual people
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
that have actual
Do they know that they're
body
live
parts.
action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
a lot of grotesque stuff. Again, for a good measure, it made sense. I never felt
Yeah.
like they were trying to be ridiculous with it. But at the same time, when it was over last night, I was like, I don't know anything I've ever watched
I can't think of anything
ever that has been that graphically
I'm sure
violent.
there's a lot of thing.
I'm sure it's out
I'm sure
there, just
people have
not that I've
examples
seen.
of movies where they go there.
I mean,
you
Quentin
know.
Tarantino's movies are
Yeah,
pretty-
but even
pretty-
then,
but
like,
it's a different kind of way.
yeah, even then, I'm not like they are like Quentin Tarantino's movies can be violent for the sake of violence. Like I
Mhm.
don't think that it necessarily is like progressing the character forward
Yeah.
because there's more blood on the screen.
Yeah, it's
right?
just for blood
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. Like, in Django Unchained, he shoots someone in the face, blood splats on his face. He has to like wipe it
Oh,
off
yeah.
to shoot again. Like that's just a cool thing to happen,
Yeah.
right? It's not
But
necessarily
I'm
like
thinking of something that's like you watch and you're like, whoa, they just do. Right?
yeah.
Okay,
it's
cool.
like dang, but like I'm trying to think of what movie it was, and I keep thinking The Departed, but I don't think it is. But he was gonna hold. Dang, I can't remember the movie, but there was like a movie where this guy was like had an iron and he was gonna put an iron on a baby because he was trying to get information out of.
Oh,
the
American Sniper.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
with Bradley
okay.
Cooper.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm
No,
pretty
it's
sure.
no.
Because he
it's
did
not.
it. It was a drill. It was an electric drill, and he put it to his head, and then he drilled him.
No. This
Oh.
is iron to a
Oh,
baby.
an I was just thinking of my whole other. I just started thinking of
what
weapons.
are you talking about?
There's a scene in American Sniper
Yeah,
where he
but-
and he gets a drill and he drills it through his head.
Yeah, but
But that's also
that's
that's not a baby
Not an iron or a baby.
or a baby. That is a
Ah.
whole different. I'm
I don't
trying
even
to
know where you were. Last 5 seconds. What are you talking about?
Literally, you went quiet, and all these images just started flashing in my head. I was trying to think of the most violent
You're like,
movies
okay,
I've ever
well,
seen.
that's not at all what I was talking about.
No.
But okay.
Iron and a baby.
He takes an iron
Continue.
and he's gonna burn a baby that's crying, gets a baby, pins it down, gets an iron,
I
and
don't
he's
know.
like, "Tell me something."
Yeah, I don't know.
And then I think the mom talks, but like exactly, that's like
That's wild.
I remember that scene though because
Yeah, was it Jennifer Aniston? 'Cause
no,
there's a movie she did that was very bad.
oh yeah,
Where something happened. Yeah.
oh no, see,
That-
but like I
that's
know that
probably
there's
not-
these examples out there, right, where you can think of, but like like that movie where he's gonna burn the baby, like in Invincible, like he would have burned the baby.
Yeah, it would have
right? Like,
happened.
that's the kind of thing where I'm like, see, they go like I don't know if there's a lot of movies that go there.
They get there.
They
They
are,
show
like,
up at the house, but they don't knock on the door. And
yeah.
get
So
let
then
inside.
you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, you have that like
But Invincible.
sense
Yeah.
of and Invincible. You're just like, oh my god,
Mhm.
that little girl died. You know,
Yeah.
you're just like, yeah. I'm doing that the whole show. Like, wow, all
yeah,
those people
you do wait for it to cut away.
to come back. Yeah, you wait for that sigh of relief, and then it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's examples out there.
Oh, plenty. 100.
Yeah. What's coming up? What's next?
Army of the Dead. Did we talk about the trailer?
I don't know. Did we?
We didn't.
Really?
We did not. I loved it. It was so good. I've watched it a million times. I don't know if it was the song.
Maybe.
The song.
All of it. Just
It
all
was
of
just. It was filmed
Just-
in
it.
Albuquerque.
Just Zack Snyder.
It was
being
filmed in
Zack
Albuquerque,
Snyder.
and that's a big thing.
I
So they show a shot of the rail runner, which is really cool. So they show
Oh
the
yeah,
downtown
I
station.
gotta.
Yeah,
check
so
it
that
out.
you can see the rail runner in the background. And you can see the San Diaz. Maybe that's why I liked it. I was like, I don't know, I recognize.
You're like, hey.
yeah, like a couple
hey,
different places in this trailer.
I live there.
Yeah, exactly.
hey.
I've been on that train before. But like when the casino lit up and like I heard all the slot
You were
machines
just
go off,
like,
I was like,
oh.
oh, you gotta know when to hold. Like the whole time, it was so good. It's just zombie killing fun.
I
Like
know.
zombie movies are just so much fun. But I do
Yeah.
think this one will be like I think it's more than that. I think
I
it's
hope
more
so.
than like, hey, how many zombies can we kill in this movie? I think there's gonna be a little bit more good stuff to it, and that's why I'm excited. Because I think it's gonna be half the heist, and then some zombie killing, and then they finish the heist.
All right.
and
Here's
do
what
all
I'm going to
that.
say about that. Okay. I don't know a movie that Zack Snyder has done
That was good.
that has any sort of depth like that in it at all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think this is all just going to be.
You think it's just all gonna be zombies?
No, I think like
I'm
it
hoping
is.
like they do some good stuff with the heist. Like I think there's a lot of good things you can do. Again, you're right. I don't know if he will, but I feel like there's good stuff you could do
I
with them
think-
getting to Vegas.
I think Zack Snyder said, "Hey, the faster we can get to the zombies, the better." And if we can get there,
Okay.
and like we need to introduce these characters, and they're gonna do a little bit. They're gonna do a little something to make us care about one of them.
Mhm.
But we are probably not gonna care about most of these characters in any way. Where when they die, and they're going,
They're
to,
going
die,
to die.
that we're
We
actually
think 9
going to-
people are gonna take on a city of zombies? Probably not.
Yeah, and there's no chance. And so
Okay. See, now it's seen. I guess I just thought the trailer was so good. I was like, this is gonna be a really good movie.
yeah, I don't think. See, but so I get in trouble with this sometimes because I will watch this movie and I'll be like, man, that was so good. It
Mhm.
was because I had fun. I enjoyed it because it was fun.
But
if
the
someone-
movie itself wasn't.
Yeah,
good.
but then someone's gonna be like, was it a good movie? And I'm like, well, calm down. Okay.
yeah.
We're talking an action Zack Snyder film. We're not talking Academy Award winning Zack Snyder.
Oh, it's not winning an award for sure.
But it's not even on the same realm of like, hey, we're developing these characters and
Okay.
we're
Damn, I was way off.
I don't
I got way too excited.
that
and
is
I don't
my-
know why. I'm not a zombie.
that
movie
is just
guy.
my opinion. Like
Mhm.
an action Zack Snyder film is
Typically
fun.
not very good.
Yeah, it's
Well,
fun.
300 was very good.
But they're not like, yeah, they're not character development movies.
No, not at all.
And so your level of care is probably going to be at a minimum, but your level of fun
It's gonna
will
be
be
very
at a
high.
maximum.
Wow, I was off.
I don't know.
No,
You could be right.
yeah.
You could be
Because
right.
I like looked at these characters and I'm like, oh, these seem interesting. But I didn't like go too far into it.
Right.
Again, all I have is the trailer.
Sure.
But every main character got some, like a little bit to talk,
right.
a little bit to see,
Yeah.
like everybody got a little bit of something. So
Yes.
to me, the way I saw, I saw there's a lineup of people here.
Yes.
It wasn't like Dave Bautista and the zombies,
Yeah.
which you could have just done. Just like, oh, I got a team. Like everybody had a speaking line. It's not everybody.
But
For the most part,
I know what
everybody
you
had a
mean.
speaking
Like,
line.
everybody had a
Like, who's this guy? Why is
Yeah.
he coming here? Why is there $30 million under the strip in Vegas? Like, why?
Yeah.
So I don't know why I got so excited about it, but I watched it. I'm like,
Because it's
let's
gonna be
go!
fun. Because
Like,
it's gonna be fun.
let's do this.
And we haven't had like a really fun zombie movie in a
Since
long time.
Zombieland, but that was what 2007.
No, because Zombieland 2 came out.
Yeah, but
that
like
was- yeah, but that,
that
but
was
again,
off
like,
of first.
okay,
first
but
Zombieland.
how did you feel about Zombieland 2?
I wanted to slap Zoe Deutch in the face the whole movie.
But like, it is like, I don't think, I mean, Zombieland's silly.
Zombieland is silly, but the first one was
I don't
better
think this
than
is
the
going to be
second one.
silly necessarily,
Yeah.
but it is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, zombie tiger.
Yeah,
You got a zombie
okay,
tiger.
yeah. And however they kill that zombie tiger, which is probably
Like a rocket bazooka.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it
Jesus.
jumps through a hoop of fire.
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Does like a show and then
yeah,
explodes.
and then it blows up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone shoves a bomb down its throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's gonna be ridiculous. Maybe not silly, but like I don't know that we've had because I feel like Hollywood wanted to get serious with the zombie things for a little bit.
What's
like,
the last
make
big
it
zombie
believable.
movie then?
Like
that was a legitimate. Well, I mean, they're all legit. Zombie movies are tough to take seriously. What's the last zombie movie that won an Academy Award?
yeah,
Like, no,
you have
doesn't.
to. Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
have to go
happen.
into the movie already being like, I accept that there are zombies, and then you can start. You
See,
can start
but that's
watching
the other
movie.
thing. I'm so excited about this movie. When she's like, these aren't like they're
Oh, yeah.
smart, they're like well thought out. I'm like, what is going on with? Like, I was just so like intrigued by everything I saw. I'm like, what do you mean they're smart?
I don't know, man.
So that's why I'm like, maybe it's gonna be a good. But like now that you pointed out, you just totally crushed everything I've had
the
in my life.
idea that they're smart and organized
Is ridiculous.
is gonna be a make or break for me.
Like if they explain why they're smart,
Like if they're too smart, like if they're not,
like if they're unkillable.
yeah, well, if they're just like fighting bad guys, right?
Yeah.
Like now you turned them from zombies into just like bad guys.
Yeah.
You know?
like they still need to be zombies.
Yeah,
Okay.
because otherwise you're just like facing like a gang.
Yeah.
You know, like don't make them like a gang. That's
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
point of a zombie film. And
The
maybe
point
that was
is-
their take.
Is carnage.
Maybe they were like, well,
yeah.
what if they're like a gang? And I'm like, well, you know, but that's hard because the point is that a zombie, like the reason zombies are tough is because there's a horde.
They're undead.
There's a large number of zombies that are after you. It's not
Yeah, yeah.
because it's you versus one,
Yeah.
you know. And so I'm like, and they kind of show that in this trailer, and they're
Like just
there's
a massive amount.
mass amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that's still a thing. But if they're just
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure.
yeah, like we're just a gang. We're just like a badass
Yeah,
gang.
we're just like 12 of us.
Yeah.
Like it's like
So-
the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'll have to yeah, it's the Warriors. So
Okay.
we'll have to see.
Well, I'm like regardless.
I think you should bring
I'm
it down. I
excited.
think you should
Tone it down a smidgen.
think you're way up here and I think you need to get like
But then I might be the only fool that was right. If
Yeah,
it is
but-
really good.
yeah, but if you're way up there,
I'm not saying it's a 10 out of 10. But like I might look at this movie and be like, yo, Zombieland is kind of not like it's just a different type of zombie movie.
yeah. Yeah. Zombieland's fun. I love
Zombieland's such a fun movie.
I love the first Zombieland.
Yeah, yeah.
So good.
But I can't think of a lot of zombie movies. I'm not a zombie movie guy.
I mean, other than like World
That's
War
why I'm
Z
confused because
and,
I never saw World. I didn't care to see it. I wasn't not a zombie person.
yeah.
I played
It is
I
okay.
played zombies in Black Ops. That was my level of knowledge of zombies.
Oh yeah, zombies
So-
aren't like because unless you saw like The Walking Dead.
No, it
Yeah.
again, apparently one of the greatest shows of all time. You got to watch it. I don't have an interest in zombies.
Yeah. your
Again,
zombie,
going back to my confusion of why I'm so excited for this movie.
Yeah.
'Cause
Maybe
I'm
because they're
not a
not
zombie.
zombies though. Maybe to my point, like why
they're-
I'm
they're-
worried about it.
is-
You're
Is
excited about
for
it.
'em.
Yeah. Like
And then that's okay.
yeah.
But I didn't watch The Walking Dead because I don't
Care about
particularly have a
zombies.
big
Yeah.
thing for zombies. I didn't watch World War Z with Brad Pitt because again I'm
'Cause
like
you don't
a
care
bunch of
about
zombies, like
zombies.
whatever.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe this will get me on the track to watch that stuff.
Dang, all of a sudden I can't think of any zombie movies.
I know what was the big one. It was like
The big one?
2003, 2004.
I have no idea.
Was it? I don't think it was. Was it a Zack Snyder project?
Well, Zack Snyder did Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. That was
Yeah.
a big. But was it good? I never
Yeah.
saw it.
It's very good.
But that was a good
It's-
movie,
it's
right?
a remake. Yeah. Yeah, it is a good movie.
A remake from 80s, 90s? Dawn of the Dead was the one I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
that it was a good movie, right?
Mhm. Yeah. Dang it. Was it 70s?
Yeah.
I think it goes back. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a good
Again,
one.
I'm not a big like. I'm
no,
not
it's a
a
good
zombie guy like I'm a superhero movie guy. But like I'm
Oh,
gonna watch a zombie movie.
Yeah. They're awesome. Zombie movies.
There's
are
not
awesome.
a lot at this
No,
point
there's
in
not.
my
There's
career.
not a
There's
lot.
not a lot I'm not
like
gonna watch.
name 10 zombie movies.
Oh,
Go.
impossible.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm not still like big on is horror movies.
Oh, like your
Like-
level of
My only level of interest in horror movies at all is the Conjuring series because they were very very good movies. Like they
yeah.
weren't like just like killing and like just awful like
Yeah.
grotesque things. Like there was actual good stories being told in
Right.
them. James Wan did a very good job with them.
Yeah.
So, and I guess that's why I like them, not for the devil and all that stuff. I liked them because they were good movies.
You don't like him because of the devil?
No, not at all. Absolutely not.
That is shocking.
But like the new The Devil Made Me Do It, like I don't really have an interest
You don't
in
care
seeing
about
that movie.
Yeah.
But if someone's like, "Hey, let's go watch a scary movie," I'd rather go watch that than like I can't. Again, I don't know a lot of horror. Than like The Hills Have Eyes or something.
Right, where it's really just
Like
trying
it's
to,
like all I'm trying to do is just make sure you go home and you're scared to be in your house.
Yeah, like they're just trying to make you feel unsettled.
Yeah, they're
right?
just
It's
trying to like ruin your day.
Yeah.
which is fine. That's a perfectly
That's a horror movie.
respectable genre of movies.
Yeah.
But like with the Conjuring series,
ruin your day.
it's what it is. Like
That's
they want you to go
hilarious.
home and be scared to be in your house.
Yeah,
The Conjuring series was based off real events that actually happened,
yeah,
and to me, maybe that's why I find it a little more interesting. It's a lot of this stuff happened, and again, it was a little exaggerated, but like Annabelle's a real doll.
yeah.
It wasn't like they didn't pull it out of thin air and just be like, let's make a thing out of it. It was a Raggedy Ann doll.
Oh,
But again, they made it Hollywood
Yeah,
and made it
yeah.
something scary.
made it scary.
But the Conjuring series, I can understand
Because
I'm
it
more
was well
inclined-
done.
because it was done really well. The acting was really well.
Yeah, and it was a story that was being told, not just
Mm-hmm.
like let's do some jump scares.
Yeah, like let's do some
Let's
jump
just scare-
scares.
yeah.
You know, grab a couple mil for the box office and good.
gotcha.
Like it was really good.
But so
but I'm not rushing to watch it. Like,
But
I'm
so
just
that
not.
so to your point though, you're saying that a zombie movie has been like those jump scare horror movies to you in the past,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
you're waiting for the zombie film that's like The Conjuring, where it's a good story
Yeah, and it gets me,
and it
like,
gets you from
that was-
it gets you by the story.
Yes.
It just happens to be a zombie movie.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
And I'm sure at some
And you're
point,
hoping Zack Snyder's movie's gonna do this for you. Oh my god. There's no way.
no,
There's no
but I mean,
way. He doesn't have a shot.
The guy's got to do.
Absolutely not.
He's got to do something right at one point.
He's a fun filmmaker.
And that's
He's
okay.
not.
But
Yeah,
not everything has to
he ain't the
win.
one that's gonna do it.
At some point, I would like to watch all the Conjuring movies because I did watch the first two, and they were both very good.
Yeah,
Like they just were good movies. Like I don't.
yeah, I think I
They
saw the
were
first
just
one,
very. I don't.
and it was good.
They were just really well
I
put
used to watch a
together.
bunch of horror movies.
See, I'm never. I'm a bitch.
They're not like, yeah, I think you're probably giving them too much credit. I mean, there are those jump scare ones, but
Yeah.
but like most horror films are not even good at that.
But the thing about horror, like a lot of movies, is like specifically horror movies because we did a ton of it in school. It's all so fake.
yeah,
Again,
yeah.
every movie is fake. That's not what I'm saying. But horror movies specifically are a load of shit.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like
there,
they're
yeah.
very, very fake.
But like if you see, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
See, no, zero interest.
Yeah, man, that's like
Zero interest. But
crazy
yeah,
one.
I should watch it at some point.
Yeah.
Because these horror movies, you go back to the 70s is like when they really started.
Oh yeah.
That's what
I
laid
mean,
the groundwork for horror movies.
There's a whole.
But those are probably the best ones.
It's like a well of film that you're not tapping into.
Yeah, because I never. But I
Because
need
you're
to.
like worried about. Yeah, but I mean, to your point though,
But
a
I've
lot
seen
of
like
them
Nightmare on. Like I like
Yeah.
Nightmare on. I wish they would do really good adaptation of Nightmare on Elm Street because that's super interesting. I think.
Well, they tried. They tried to redo
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
And I watched that one because I had an interest in it.
Yeah.
But even that one kind of just got to the point
Even
of
like the
how many
Halloween
people-
movies are like doing
Halloween
a
is
thing,
still going.
right?
It's,
and
yeah.
so it is like, yeah, it's a genre I don't really care about either.
Yeah, I did
But-
love all the Scream movies.
Really?
Yeah,
But
I
Scream
loved all
movies
those.
are.
But those aren't horror movies.
No, they're almost satirical. They're like
Yeah.
movies that are making fun of horror movies.
Yeah.
Right. And so.
So Scream was really like all the Final Destinations. They were
Oh, yeah.
not good movies,
No,
but
they're
like
not.
I've seen them. Like they
they're
were
not-
cool.
Yeah.
They're funny.
Yeah.
Just they're funny
Ridiculous.
movies.
Well, but like you were saying that they're fake, right? Like that's
Yeah,
like a
they're
movie. Yeah.
so fake.
The way that people are dying,
Yeah.
you're just like,
But, like-
I'm not scared because that was ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Like that never really. The girl's hair got caught in the elevator.
see, like-
the elevator pulled her through the like.
Yeah.
Calm down. But like the movies like with demonic
down.
possession and like maybe it's just the demonic part of it because
You
I'm
don't-
not big on that.
You don't really like the devil stuff.
No, yeah, no.
you don't
I'm-
like the devil.
I'm good on all like that stuff.
There's horror movies out there that they just show you messed up stuff
yeah,
because they just want to put like a really tough image in your head.
yeah.
And those are
Alright.
hard. Like there's still
I'm alright.
things that I are put in my brain that if I went back and watched those movies, they probably aren't
You'd
that
probably
bad.
be fine. Yeah,
But I remember them to this day.
yeah.
Where I'm like, wow. Like I wish I didn't see that because I close my eyes and still see it to this
Yeah.
day.
Everybody
So I
has
get
that movie.
I get that.
Everyone has that movie that
Yeah.
scarred them for life.
Or like when you man, I watched this is so funny because I'm an adult now and you would think that wow, when you're an adult you can watch a scary movie and you can be fine, and that is just not true. You watch a scary movie as an adult and you are still scared. And I watched a show on HBO, but man, I can't believe I can't think of what
It
it's
was
called
scary?
right now. No, and so it was a show where I almost want to look it up because I don't want to butcher it. Like I want to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, yeah. Good
But-
show.
Oh yeah, phenomenal show. And it was Lovecraft Country.
Okay.
Okay. And every episode was almost like a different type of genre.
Interesting.
And so it was really cool. So it's there was an episode where it's nothing but sci-fi, and an episode where it was adventure to the point I thought I was watching Indiana Jones. And then another episode was horror.
It's a roller
Was-
coaster.
yeah, and it's such a good idea because it's taking you through this whole journey, and you don't know what you're getting episode to episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Really great show. But there is an episode on there where it's a horror, and this little girl is possessed, and
Always.
she
Of
sees
course, it has to be.
she sees terrifying twins. because
Okay.
they have to be twins. And
Why is it always little girl ghosts?
it's it's always it's so and these twin girls, the way that their makeup was done, the way that their hair was done, and the way they were dancing around, I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
They
How old is this
freaked
show?
me out. I think it came out 2019 or 2020. Sorry.
Oh, so this is a recent show?
I saw it as a grown adult.
Oh my God, you just said.
As a grown adult.
Yes, continue.
I saw this show.
I'm back on track. I was picturing little girl ghosts. I'm back
No.
on track.
I saw this last year, Diego, during the pandemic, and I was turning off the lights, and then I would run up my stairs.
Oh, you gotta run up. You can't look
because
back.
you can't, and then I would get up to my stairs, and I would just look back and be like, they're not in here. Are
But
they?
what if one day we look back and they're there?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know why I'm looking back. Even if I look back, I'm not
Don't
gonna
look
do
back.
anything because I'm terrified.
Just makeup was just so done to perfection.
Yeah, just everything that they were doing for whatever reason, the way that they designed these possessed girl twins, they were demonic twins.
Yeah.
Okay, the way that they were dancing and their makeup and their hair.
They have good
and,
background music.
and that is what got me so bad was the song that they were playing.
Was it the tiptoe through the window, round the window?
It was like a 50s like.
It's like a record player.
Oh yes! Oh, I think back and I get it's like seriously getting chills over here because it freaked me out. I don't think it would have freaked everybody out. Nothing even scary was necessarily happening on screen. It was just the way they were moving. I'm gonna show you.
I don't want to see it.
You're like not even a little bit.
I'm
But that's something that I can't unsee.
intrigued.
Yeah, I mean, I think it hits harder when you were watching the show. So if I just
Yeah,
showed
'cause-
you a clip, it might not.
And I was just about to say that. I don't think a still image or like a 3-minute video. I'd be like, oh, that's weird.
You'd be like, "That's weird." Yeah, it wouldn't hit the same,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm watching the show, obviously.
Yeah, and you're invested.
Yeah, and so that's where I think it does get me. But yeah, the song, and the dancing, and the makeup.
That's awesome, though.
So they did a really good job. I see it every time I close my eyes. It's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, that's awful.
And it makes me run up my stairs. I am not even kind of kidding.
See, but that's
Yeah.
what I hate
Yeah.
that feeling.
Yeah. Some
I
people love
hate
it,
that,
but I don't
but
know
it's
what.
an awful,
Yeah.
awful feeling.
Yeah.
And I remember leaving work sometimes.
You just being
No, but when I worked at the theater, not
Yeah.
my current job. When I worked and you're leaving a movie theater at 1:30 in the morning
Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
nobody there.
Yeah. That's like
I don't need to see a scary movie to be like.
that's like primetime ghost hour.
Yo, they're all out at that time.
All of them are
That's
around you.
midday for them.
Yeah.
And to me, it's walking out of a movie theater, and in any city, because
Yeah.
where do a lot of things happen in movie theaters? Sure, why
Sure.
not?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Just
Ground
it's
zero.
so unsettling. A mugger, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do this right now.
Stand up.
A possessed little girl in a hallway at a movie. You think I stand
You don't stand a
any
chance.
sort of chance?
None
Absolutely
whatsoever.
not.
None whatsoever.
I'll take 2 muggers.
She's dealing with supernatural abilities that you
From
Can't
from,
even
from
wrap your
Satan
mind
himself.
around.
She was sent here to Earth
Yeah.
to terrorize us.
Yep. You can't do anything to stop her.
No, I'm not betting on myself at all.
No way.
You think I'm gonna go watch a movie about her? No.
Sheesh.
And then come here by myself and be alone? No.
No.
I'm not gonna do
I
that.
understand. I get you.
People, oh come on, you're grown. You're 26.
It
I don't
doesn't matter.
care.
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't. You think I give a shit how old I am?
Doesn't
I
matter.
live alone. It's dark.
32-year-old man.
It's
Terrified.
not messing with no.
Terrified.
No, I'll put on Fresh Prince for 3 hours before I
And
go
you
to
have
sleep,
to.
and I'll
You
sleep with
have
every light in
to.
the house on.
I know. You have
Whoo! You gonna stay the night tonight, Sam? Because I don't want to go to sleep.
What were we talking about recently where I was telling you, yeah, it's a show and you got to put on Friends afterwards. What was that show?
Promising Young Woman.
Oh, it was
That's
the
what
movie.
you told me.
Yeah. I was like,
That
it's
was
just-
messed up too.
Yeah, exactly.
Great movie though.
Hey, that's a good example of they went there though. That's
Yeah,
a good
they went
example
there.
of a movie that goes there because
Yeah.
you're like, they ain't gonna do that.
Oh,
No,
they did it.
they're not gonna. Oh, and they do,
They did it.
and you're like,
But she knew they were
good,
gonna do it.
good for them.
She
did.
planned it out. She knew
did.
what was gonna happen.
And good, but I'm glad.
Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham.
Yeah, Bo
You know,
Burnham.
Yeah. You know, that guy started as like a viner,
Yeah, yeah.
like just real, and now he's doing big things.
I know. That's a. I mean, he's
He has something else coming up
yeah,
this year too,
yeah.
I believe.
He has a new comedy special.
Oh, a special is
yeah,
out it is?
he has a new
Yeah,
comedy
he's a
special
funny guy.
coming out.
Yeah.
But he's like a guy that's just like putting
He's
in
like-
the work.
Yeah, he's just a normal dude that
He's
wants to be funny.
he's like, I'm gonna work hard every day, and I'm gonna keep working hard and make something happen for me.
Mhm. That's awesome.
And that's like, yeah, he directed that movie, 8th Grade.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Got a lot of praise for that
Mhm.
though. Yeah. So no, I'm happy for the guy.
But real quick, back to it. So the thing that scared me so bad, and I still remember it to this day, and I was little at the time, is there, God, season 5, season 6 of Smallville? Chloe's character.
The fact that you said small, I was not expecting.
What did you think? You had no idea.
I was trying to keep a straight face. I just thought you're talking about something scary, and then you're like, so I saw this show. I don't know if you heard of it, Smallville.
The show we were obsessed with
Yeah.
forever.
I don't know if you're aware of this.
But they go through like a nightmare sequence, and Chloe's character is in a straitjacket
Oh.
in a room, and you know, I don't know. Tom Welling's character walks in.
Tom Welling's character?
Wow, that
Clark
was awful.
Kent?
Clark's character, Tom Welling,
Yeah.
walks in.
Superman walks in, is what you're saying.
Something like that.
Clark Kent.
Clark Kent from the show
Yeah, the main character
walks in, and her mouth is like sewn shut, and she's like beat.
Oh.
And she was like, because I guess her character in the show had mental. I haven't watched Smallville in a very long time, but I guess Chloe's character.
Chloe's character?
Yeah, she was going through some stuff.
I can't remember that.
But there's a whole like sequence
of her in a straight
of
jacket.
her in a straight jacket, like freaking out, and her mouth was sewn shut.
And that got you?
Yeah, and she like was opening her mouth, and the things were popping off.
Oh.
And Clark's like, "What the freak?" And she's like, "Just," and she's like freaking out.
Dang.
And that stuck with me hard. Again, to this day.
Yeah, like you still see
Something I remember, and I'm like, that was really, really scary.
Dang.
But I was 12,
Yeah.
13. I was maybe too old to be scared by this superhero show. But
You're like, I saw it yesterday.
yeah, like it was awful. But that's the one that stuck with me, was seeing her in the straitjacket.
I get that, man.
And it was
That's
like the color tone was like greenish in the scene. And he walks up, and like I just remember mouth being sewn shut, and she was like screaming, and the threads were popping in her mouth, and then he like runs out, and it was all a nightmare sequence, but
yeah.
like for whatever reason that one stuck with me still to this day. That was a rough one.
Dang.
Very different than yours.
Very
A little
I would
different.
slightly different. Demonic twins? No, but I get the straight jacket and like claustrophobic stuff always kind of gets me too. Like that movie Buried with Ryan Reynolds got me. I don't know if you haven't seen it.
No, I did. I actually almost came across it the other night.
Yeah, if you
I
haven't
watched
seen
a different Ryan Reynolds movie that gave me a whole other set of nightmares.
Yeah.
Which maybe I'll post that.
Where he murdered a bunch of people.
Maybe I'll post that up on the channel.
You should. Dang, that cracked me up.
And the thing
that made me laugh so hard.
But here's my hesitation to post that on the internet. I made the video assuming nobody would ever see it.
But that's what that's
so I didn't make the video like, oh, I'm gonna post this on the internet for everybody to see. I just made it to tell you my thoughts.
But kind of went back to the Invincible thing, where these people don't have pressures on to do a certain thing.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be my big breakthrough.
The lack of pressure to make a video
Yeah.
will be the thing. But it made me laugh.
That-
7:00 in the morning, and I was laughing. That was
another scarring moment.
All right, sir. We got anything else
We
that we missed?
What time is it?
Oh,
I mean, I know you.
I have
can
no
shove it.
clue. This thing.
This watch doesn't work.
This watch is for show. It broke, and everybody says they
I
can't
think
fix
there's
it.
not a lot, really.
Yeah, I think we're probably caught up.
We
I
good.
want to. Army of the Dead comes out on Netflix in 2 weeks. I want to catch
We'll
that.
do that.
So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, movies are coming out now, so we're gonna be.
Movies are coming out, so we'll be good. We gotta watch them. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get. I'm probably.
Did you ever?
What time is it?
9:40. Did you
I
ever?
might hit something from the list tonight. I'm feeling good.
Did you ever see? Real quick, I'll do like a real quick review of. Oh my God, the Mitchells versus the
No,
Machines.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Check it out.
And then the reason I didn't is because I wanted to get through Invincible
Oh yeah.
for today. And you said that was kind of the only thing you had seen.
Yeah, that was the last like new release that I had seen, and then I saw Invincible. But the Mitchells versus the Machines is a ridiculous movie that's just a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And
Fun for the whole family, though?
yeah,
Yeah.
fun for the whole family, and it is a movie that does do character development in a
that's
good
awesome.
way, so that you do care.
Who's the studio that put it out?
I think it's Sony.
Sony?
Sony with Netflix.
Okay.
So Sony made it. I hope all my facts are right. I'm pretty sure they are though. Sony made it.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Connected. This was a movie called Connected. So if you
Mhm.
go and look up trailers for this movie, the very first trailers that came out for it are going to say Connected.
Interesting.
Then they sold it to Netflix. And then Netflix
did their switch
named it The Mitchells versus the Machines, but that is the actual title of the book it is based on.
Oh.
So Sony changed it to Connected, and then Netflix
Netflix
said,
changed
no,
it back.
let's honor the original. Let's honor the actual.
Which one do you like better?
Well,
I feel like Mitchell's versus the Machine's a mouthful.
it is, but it is,
sense.
but it's fitting for the movie. Yeah,
Okay.
Connected is not the correct name for this movie
Okay.
because it's not a movie. I know what they were. Then if you watch the first trailer, it kind of makes it seem like it's gonna be about being connected. But Mitchell's versus the Machines is
Makes
much
more
more
sense.
appropriate
Okay.
for what
Yeah,
this movie
I
is.
might throw it on.
It's a really good movie. Like I said, they set you up so that you do care about these characters as you go throughout.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. And I don't mean that in like, it is an unbelievable movie. I mean, you will not believe anything that this movie is showing you. But
Just
I
'cause
don't
it's
know.
so like outlandish.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a bad thing. For me, it wasn't. But like, none of it makes sense, right? So, like, you don't believe anything that these characters are going through can actually happen and actually work out and actually play out in this way.
Mhm.
And even the villain in this movie, you're like, well, that would just never happen, and nothing like this could ever happen.
Yeah. Sometimes
I don't know
that's
if
a
that's-
little bit of a bummer.
Yeah, but like, I don't know but it's not the point of the movie, and the point of the movie, I think, lands, and that's
and
why
then
it's
it
good.
doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I might check it out.
So- Definitely recommend Mitchell's versus the Machines.
On Netflix.
All right.
That's
outie.
good.
We're done.
Want to plug the new channel? Follow our channel.
Diego and Sam know nothing.
We don't.
We don't know anything. As you can see, we hesitated.
We don't. We struggle a lot with our words.
Man,
I do. I specifically.
I just want everyone to know that when we come on here, like, this is just all knowledge
No script.
that we just have in our
Somebody
brains.
asked me, they're like, "Do you write down what you're gonna say before you say
Absolutely
it?"
not.
Because it sounds like, and I was like, "No, of course we no."
There's
don't.
zero agenda to this thing.
No,
and
we're having a
so
good
like
time.
when I don't remember the name of something, it's because I had no idea we were going to talk about it. I saw it a long time ago.
You know how awful
like-
this would be for us if we were like, okay, we need to.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Top-
we didn't hit
top
that
it.
bullet point.
Yeah,
No,
like
no
that
way.
would be awful.
No way. But this is just like information that's in my brain
Yeah,
at
and
at
that's
this
why it's
time.
fun. We're having fun with
And
it.
you know what? And sometimes I can remember Lovecraft Country, and depending on the day, I will not.
I don't want to see that thing, just so
You
you know.
should. It's
Um,
so good.
But no, we're doing this for fun. We're
Yeah,
not
it's a blast.
professionals.
It's
we're
a
not.
blast.
We're in my living room.
Yeah.
We're not in a studio.
This is all.
We're having fun.
This is because this is what we do anyway.
We need to
right?
talk about things.
Yeah, this is like how
You
we
think we're
get it
gonna
all
talk
out
about world issues right now?
there. Nah,
Absolutely not. I don't even know what's going
I
on in
don't
the world.
wanna.
I don't know what's happening.
Everyone's like, don't you follow politics? Nope.
Dude, what's going on?
But they're important. Yeah, but I don't wanna.
Yeah.
And that's
If
okay.
if it's important enough, if it's big breaking news, I'll hear about it.
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna go digging for it.
No.
Follow the channel.
Well,
We'll try to put some
Diego
good.
and Sam know nothing.
We don't.
Because we don't.
We'll
We're
we'll put on
professionals.
some good stuff.
No. Yeah.
We'll be all right.
You'll laugh.
Follow me on Twitch.
Later.